Good morning. My name is Amol Nirgodkar. I'm the CEO of Patient Prism. I'm delighted to have AJ Peak in our Dicoma studios here at the conference. AJ, welcome to the studios, and I'm truly excited because you've been a client of ours for a long time and our biggest supporter. And I'm always amazed at how you've been able to scale your organization and grow this rapidly and grow responsibly but rapidly at the same time. And you've kind of almost designed your success. So tell us about how you do this.
No, thanks. Well, excited to be here. Uh, the way we've thought about it is sort of four pillars of growth.
Okay.
So one is get your strategy right and make sure you're not trying to be all things to all people.
Sure.
And the second is make sure you got enough cash.
Okay. Well,
And the third is have the right set of people.
okay.
And then fourth, execution. And for us on execution, it's getting the right KPIs, accountability metrics, and the cascading sort of set of meetings so that you can really manage the growth and know what you're doing.
But how do you use KPIs to actually affect change in behavior? I mean, that's the key, right? You can have all the great metrics in the world, but if people don't change, then it's no good.
Yep. It's not easy, but for us, one of the biggest things for us is the patient satisfaction.
Okay.
So we measure and hold people accountable to it on daily, weekly metrics.
Okay.
And part of it's just as a founder, what do you focus on and what do you make people move the needle on? And so I think impacting change is just repetition and making it part of the review systems, recognition and rewards until you actually can influence that number.
I mean, I know you came from McKinsey, and you have that McKinseyan approach to systematic building of processes. How did that help you kind of build Peak?
I think it gave me a better appreciation in terms of you can't be all things to all people in this model.
Right.
And there's probably a dozen different DSO strategies, and I see one of the biggest pitfalls is people trying to be all things to all people.
Absolutely.
And I think that helped me recognize that earlier on in terms of being more focused on who we are and who we're not. And the larger you become, the harder it is to try to be all things to all people.
Absolutely.
And I think that's helped us grow a lot faster when we know who we are and what we're trying to do and not trying to pick up a varied set of different strategies.
Does it also help you in terms of acquisition, in terms of you're definitely acquiring the practices that are going to be the best fit and that you can help the most?
Yeah. And I think specifically we're not acquiring just anything. We sort of acquire what is perfectly fit for us. And we know we can run our playbook and we don't have to reinvent the playbook every time we do an acquisition. And so we're quite focused on what we buy and how we buy it.
You're one of the few CEOs in this industry who actually talks about playbooks, because we know, right? The playbooks are the ones that if you have a playbook, you know you can predictably get to success. And what is your experience when an affiliate comes on board, when a new practice acquisition? How long does it take for your playbook to take effect, for them to like get into the program and start growing just like you're growing?
Yeah. We actually use project management software, and we've codified every little step you got to do. It's over 500 tasks.
Wow.
Across 15 different people. And we run weekly meetings, and what we found is we've been able to onboard practices within 90 days, including bringing on Patient Prism, practice management software, everything that you can imagine we get done in 90 days.
And how about the cultural integration?
Yeah.
How do you work that?
We've built a series of custom seminars, and we find that's one way of sort of getting people introduced to our culture, where we teach them and give them our playbook on how to run a successful dental practice. And so we'll send them through represents 5 days of seminars. We send the whole team through that, and we'll do that in the first 90 days.
Wow. But you continuously focus. So 90 days, it's not 90 days and you're done, but the training is continuous.
It is.
For all the team members.
It is.
Front to back to middle to doctors and everything else. And is that the key to continuously?
Annually, it's well over 60 hours. Everybody in our company is getting CE every year.
Wow.
And it's not CE on how to do a crown.
Right.
It's CE on how to get along with others and run the business and scale the business.
No, I think that's the reason why we see, obviously, on our platform, we see you grow by leaps and bounds, and you're able to do that successfully with every acquisition. It's very inspiring. I think there's people out there that are looking for inspiration. Talk to AJ, email him. He's very abundant with his knowledge, and if you're trying to get into the business, whether it's building your own DSO or whether you're trying to affiliate with someone, I think looking at the peak model is definitely worthwhile. So thank you so much for this talk.